Welcome back to House Church and our Kids Village lesson. This week we'll be talking more about David from 1 Samuel 17. Last week we were in 1 Samuel 16. In our Bibles, there's two big sections, the Old Testament and the New Testament. 1 Samuel is in the Old Testament. Have you ever heard the story of David and Goliath before? You're going to love the way we learn about David and Goliath this week. Our special friend Austin from Club 513 played out our Bible verses for this week. She used Legos from their house and help from her family to do the lesson. You are going to love it. Watch and see.
Now the Philistines gathered their forces for war and assembled in Judah. Saul and the Israelites also assembled and set up camp. The Philistines occupied one hill, and the Israelites another, with the valley between them. A champion named Goliath came out of the Philistine camp. He was about 9 feet 9 inches tall, and was terrifying. He stood and shouted to the Israelites, "Choose a man and have him come down to me. If he is able to kill me, we will become your subjects. But if I kill him, you will become our subjects and serve us." Saul and the Israelites were terrified. "Oh, we have no one to fight him. I am doomed. The kingdom is doomed." Now David was the son of Jesse from Bethlehem. Jesse had 8 sons, and the 3 oldest had gone to fight with Saul. David was the youngest and tended his father's sheep. One day Jesse came to David and asked him to take some grain and bread to his brothers and check on them. Early the next morning David left the sheep in the care of a shepherd and set out to the army camp. He delivered the supplies and found his brothers and began to visit with them. While they were visiting, Goliath came out and made his usual defiance. "Roar, roar, roar!" David heard it, and he asked the men around him, "What will be done to remove this disgrace from Israel?" The men said the king would give great wealth to whoever fought Goliath, and David said, "I, your servant, will go and fight him." So Saul sent for David. "Are you the one who's willing to fight Goliath?" "Yes, I am." "Oh, but you're so young." "But I'm a shepherd. God has rescued me from lions and bears, and he will rescue me from Goliath." "Okay, well, you'll need some armor." "Oh, I can't wear this. It's too big and I'm not used to it. I know just what I need." So David went down to the creek side to pick out 5 smooth stones that would work well for his slingshot. "Let's see what I can find. 1, 2, 3, 4, big one, 5. Okay, I've got what I need, and I know the Lord will be with me today as I fight the enemy." As David approached, Goliath shouted, "Am I a dog that you would come at me with sticks?" "I come in the name of the Lord. He will deliver you to me today, and everyone will know there is a God in Israel." They approached, and David took out his slingshot and slung a stone straight at Goliath's head. He fell down, and David approached him, drew Goliath's own sword, and cut off his head. When the Israelites saw that David had triumphed, they cheered and surged forward across the valley in pursuit of the Philistines. When the Philistines saw their hero was dead, they screamed in terror and fled. And God gave Israel a great victory that day.
I hope you loved that video. Austin did a great job. Thank you so much, Austin. Did you recognize the voice in the video? It was our special friend Ryan. We've seen him in Big Church, and he greets us in the hall. He has boys that are in Club 513 now, and his wife helps back there. They are such a great family, so thank you so much to you guys too. So in our lesson, David listened to God and continued to show God how much he loved God. So when Goliath said ugly things about God, it made David mad. David showed God how much he loved him by fighting a giant for him. What are some ways that you can show God that you love him this week? I would love to hear about it. You can email, call, or text me, and I would love to hear what you thought about the video this week. Thanks so much. Y'all have a great week.